Is working with a friend difficult?
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely sometimes.
Always eventually.
Yeah. I think that, meeting your work friends is very different than starting something with a friend. Right?
Meeting your work friends? Like meeting friends at the place where you happen to have a job?
Yeah. So that doesn't typically get too hard to do. But like when you guys are, let's say, embarking on your own
If you're opening a business, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets difficult because it's not just one person making decisions, right?
Yeah.
So
And somebody has to be a boss.
right.
Because
And
it's a job.
well, you're both technically bosses and there's got to be like a happy medium. So I know when Jamie and I started to like build out the rooms and stuff like that, and we started to bump heads about what works and what doesn't work, And there was a day where we were trying to pick out countertops. And she's like, I really, really like this. I like the blah, blah, blah. I didn't like the price point and I didn't like the material that it was because I knew it stains. I know it stains.
Sure.
So I'm trying to like explain this to her. So I'm in Lowe's and she's at Home Depot. And it is so fucking late. We worked so late. And it's the last thing I want to do is go to fucking Lowe's. So I'm like on the phone with her and I'm like, well, I'm seeing this for this. And then she's like, well, I'm here seeing it for this. And I'm like, I don't want to spend that much money. I'm like, stop spending my money.
Oh, shit.
Like it got heated.
Yeah.
It got heated.
And then what?
We got into an argument, and then there are
On
times.
the phone in two different Lowe's?
Oh, yeah. She was like yelling at me at Home Depot and then I was yelling at her. And I was like, you know what? I was like, we're done tonight. Walk out. I was like, we're done. I was like, we can't talk about this right now.
Have a big gang war in the parking lot. Everybody from Home Depot and everybody from Lowe's.
Yeah.
If you're in a business with a friend, you really got to understand your strengths and weaknesses as far as like what you bring to a working environment.
Right.
Because it's not just your friendship anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There's this entity that's like fueling your life and paying for your life to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important. I just think out of respect to the customers, you have to try hard. Right. And you fade away if you don't try. Mm-hmm. With me, like a lot of resentment builds up when I feel like I can't say something.
Right.
And then when there are conversations, it's important that everybody is heard and everyone knows exactly like where they stand in the situation.
But I think too, there's so many like business relationships. There's always one that is okay with confrontation, and then there's always one that is not. So I think there's like a fine line with that also, and learning how to navigate other people's feelings also,
I've learned how to retool the way I approach things with certain people, like Steve. I can't act so emotionally off the cuff with him because he doesn't respond well to that.
Right.
So I will do like sometimes these like mental gymnastics to like make sure that I'm not intruding on the way anybody feels to get my point across.
Right.
It's like I might want to be this way because that's my natural way of being. And to me, that's the most like succinct way to be. But you can't be that way with anyone because they take it a certain way, and you have to like really like, here's the problem. How am I gonna talk about the problem with this person in a way that doesn't make them feel bad?
Right.
You have to be on like a level ground to be able to solve problems in an amicable way. Because you also, just like in a romantic relationship, you don't want to be the person who's always like, this is wrong and that's wrong and this is wrong, and then the other person is like subservient and like bends to your will. That's not good. That's not gonna last.
Not unless you're into that kind of thing.
Some people wear collars all the time, and that's how you can kind of tell.
Oop. You guys, as you know, patreon.com is a virtual tipping and rewards website.
I don't know that I'd want to be in a business. Daddy says this report's supposed to be in my office at 8 o'clock.
Stop it. That's pretty good, though.
Thank you.